You know what a snapshot is? Now you people have your mobiles in your hand.
Yes, ma'am.
You always have a snap. You always have a snap for all the occasions. Even if you don't have any occasion, you will have a snap. And that is how you just go about, isn't it? So it is a snapshot of a dog. So we are just going to see what it is all about. So before getting into it, I'll just say something about the author. Okay. So author is James Thurber. Let's just see. And he is a modern American writer and artist. He used to draw pictures and paint. So that is something very special about this particular person, James Thurber. He doesn't have one eye. Okay. With this one eye, he was just performing marvelous things. Okay. So he has worked as a code clerk, journalist, Paris staff of Chicago Tribune. This Chicago Tribune is a tower which is there, and he has just worked there also. Okay, so he has just taken all the profession, and the main profession of his is. So in all his works, if you just see, he used to bring humor in his works. Okay, some comedy will be there, some happiness will be there, but along with that happiness, he will just give a melancholic touch, a sad ending or sad beginning or sad, some sad incident will be there in his works. Okay, so this is how his works are. Most of his works are. Okay, so if you just see, his melancholy is just damned in enthusiasm. So his works will be enthusiastic. If you just read his works, we just feel that we are energized, but at the same time, you can just see that there is some sadness that is there prevailing in the work. Maybe it is because he had some deformity and he was not able to overcome, and he was just affected by that. And with all his deformity, he was just performing. So his life was good, but still he was just having something in him which was just making him sad. So maybe because of that, he was just bringing out this sadness in all his works. You can also see that he has just experienced many things in his life, and all these things had some melancholic touch there. Okay, some sadness will be always there. Now you just look at your own life. Can we just say we are always happy? See, you people would have been anxious to know how your exams would be and how you will be performing. Some people are, of course, they're happy, but you had that anxiety in you even before starting your exam. Maybe after completing till you received your marks, you would have got tensed. So life is full of, we cannot just say we just have only happiness. Maybe after receiving your marks, the happiness will be there, of course, for some days. Again, you will be having the next exam. You have to prepare for it. And your mind has to go along with that. So again, you will just get into another phase. So this is how it just goes on and on. So we cannot just say our life will be always happy. We cannot just say our life will be always sad. We cannot say that we always miss something in our life. We cannot say that this is what is life. Life goes on like a cycle. Today you'll be happy, tomorrow you might be sad, and the next day you'll again be happy. So whatever is there in our life is not permanent. It just changes. It just changes. It just changes. So that is what he is trying to say in all his words. So we have happiness all around. We have many things to amuse us. We are happy about something that is just happening around, maybe in our family, in our friend circle. But there is always some sadness that is sticking to it. So that is how he is just working it out. And this particular work, snapshot of a dog, is also a work with so much of energy, so much of humor, and so much of enjoyment, but at the same time you have a melancholic touch there. Okay, and if you see that most of his works, if you just see, he has this taken animals as his main characters. Okay, and among those animals, if you just see, dogs have just taken the major part of his works. And if you see, this snapshot of a dog is also about a particular dog. Okay, and he is very he's just happy to just share about this particular dog, and he's just giving a very good introduction about the dog and how it was very good friend and a very good companion to their family, and what happened to that particular dog and how was it performing in all its endeavors. All these we are just going to see in this particular essay. So that is how he is just going to talk about. So major part of his works which is occupied by all these animals. So why is he just always speaking about animals? See, sometimes we cannot speak openly about some of the issues that are existing in this country. Okay, sometimes we will be just speaking about some issues, and those issues will be just hidden inside. Okay, so when you just speak through an animal, when you just speak through some other means, then people may not find fault, but at the same time, the readers will be able to understand that this is what he is trying to say. Okay, so this is one way of just expressing your ideas in two ways. One is actually he's speaking about the animal because he has a concern about the animal. But the other thing is he's trying to say something through this animal so that people may not find fault with his writing. Okay, so this is what is something that is special about James Thurber's writing. Okay, I just want you people to just enter into the text directly. I'll just open the text for you. Let me share the text. So this is the essay. What we can do is we'll just ask people to read small paragraphs only we have. So maybe we'll just ask someone to read and then we'll discuss in the class. Is that fine? Okay. So I want people to read those have not read so far. Okay. Okay. Is this clear for you people?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I want people to read, start reading it. Maybe you can give a silent reading first. Give a silent reading and then I'll ask people to read. Okay? Because I want you people to enjoy this prose piece. This is very good prose piece. Okay, try to enjoy it by your personal reading and then we'll ask someone else to read. Okay, please read. When you're done with this page, you just let me know. I'll just scroll it. Yeah, have all completed, ma'am? Okay. Yes, ma'am. Have you completed, ma'am? That's all. This is actually.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you all completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Okay. We'll start from the beginning. Okay. How did you enjoy reading it? Did you feel that enthusiasm there? And did you also feel the? Come on, mute yourself. Okay. So did you just feel that melancholic touch there in the essay, prose?
Yes, ma'am. The story is really expressive,
Okay.
and I think it's funny in certain parts the way he's played with the words, the author.
Okay.
And at the end, it had a melancholic touch. The way he expresses how strong the dog was, and then how he ended his death. It was really nice and melancholic in the same way.
Okay. Good. Very good, Kavya. That was very good analysis that you have made. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. Okay. Shall we start reading it and then go line by line so that you'll just have the crux of what he's just trying to say? So it is actually the author himself is just saying something about the dog that they had once. Okay. So I just want someone to read.
Ma'am, can I?
Who's that? Goodwin. Okay, ma'am.
Hey,
Yeah.
ma'am. 1 second, ma'am.
Okay.
I ran across a dim photograph of him the other day. He has been died 25 years. His name was Rex, and he was a bull terrier, an American bull terrier. He used to say proudly, "None of your English bulls." He had one bundle eyes that sometimes made him look like a clown, and sometimes remember you of a politician with derby hats and cigarettes. The rest of him was a white, except the brindles, sandals, and brindles of stocking on a thin leg. Nevertheless, there was an no no ability about him. He was a big and muscular and beautiful man. He never lost his dignity even when he tried to accomplish the
In
extravagant
task.
task extravagant task my brother and I used to sit for him.
Very good, good then. It was really good. I think you have a flair for reading. Try to
Ma'am,
improve it. Try to improve it. You are reading very good. Okay, the way you are trying to, read is really good. Okay, but you have to concentrate on each word. Give more concentration. It was a very good reading. Okay, keep it up. Keep it up, Goodwin. Okay,
okay.
so here I would like to just. I don't know whether you have seen a bull terrier. Have you just seen a bull terrier? How many of you have seen? Have you seen a bull terrier? It's just a variety of dog. Okay, so I know, you might not have seen. So I just have the picture of this bull terrier that they're talking about. See, this is the brindle they're talking about. In the eye of one eye of the dog, okay, a patch like coloring is there, okay, and you can also see that the back of the dog is also having a patch. Okay, so this is something very similar to that of the dog that they're talking about here. Okay, the bull terrier they're talking about, this is the bull terrier variety. Okay, so this is a bull terrier and this is how it will look like. Okay, of course this dog is also white and it has got a patch with a different color and one eye. Okay, so how does it look like? It look like it just looks like some clown, isn't it? So this is what they're talking about. So this is how the dog was just looking. Okay, now this is just compared to a derby hat and a man with a cigar. Okay, can you just see that also here? Yes, this is what is called as a derby hat. Okay, it is just called as a bowler hat. Okay, it is just a derby hat. Derby is the place they just mention it as a derby hat, and see how it looks like. Okay, again this person is just like a clown, because if you just imagine him to be a politician, how will it be? Okay, so this is how. So when a politician is just going to have these two, then they don't it doesn't match, isn't it? So that is how this dog also was just looking at. But still, these people were just admiring their dog and they were so happy for their dog because it had some special quality. Okay, so we'll just see what type of quality it was just having. Okay, I'll share the text again. Hope now you have just understood who a bull terrier is. Bull terrier. Okay, it's an American bull terrier. Okay, so it's something special. Okay, it is not English. Now all these maybe because you are not literature students, we are not getting into all these things. But he is just mentioning something about American and English. Okay, so he is making a comparison. The English bulls are not that good. So he is just taking pride here. Okay, so he's just so proud to say that it is an American bull terrier and it is not like an English bull. So it is not just weak like an English bull, but it is just very, very strong. Okay, so and it has got some special qualities. So that is what he is just trying to say. And we just see that this brindle I said, no, the patch where coloring is different, coloring is there. Okay, we do not know whether it is brown or anything. Okay, but we just imagine that it had some coloring there. And it was also there in the back of the dog and even in the leg. Okay, hind leg. Okay, so it was there. Usually, no, the picture that I showed also is having on both the places. Excuse me. So this happens for the dog that has a brindle. Okay, and here you can see that this dog was big and muscular. You know, it is not like a man just posing for competition. Okay, weightlifting competition. No, nothing like that. But still, it was just so strong. Okay, and it was beautifully made. You just saw the picture of the dog, how it is just no bulky, and you just see that it is very strong. Yes, it's the same way this dog also was so big and muscular and it was beautifully made. That is how he is just saying about the dog, the physical structure of the dog. and he never lost his dignity. Dignity for a dog. Yes, dog has dignity. Okay, so how is this dog trying to accomplish its dignity? You know, whatever task is just given to it. Okay, it will be just some big task which this dog cannot do. You know, it is not just, of course he's saying it is big, but maybe big in its own breed. But you would have seen more dogs, different dogs, which is very taller, no, very stronger than this bull terrier, isn't it? So this task that his brother and the author used to give this dog as was something which is more than what could be given to a bull terrier. Okay, so it was extravagant task. It was more than what this bull terrier could do. But this bull terrier, this dog never stopped itself saying, see, I cannot do this. This is too much for me, and I'm not going to do it. It does, and it gains its dignity back. Okay, so it had some dignity, and it was just keeping up its dignity, and it never lost its dignity, because it was just doing whatever this author and his brother was just setting behind before it. Okay, whatever task was just kept before it, just completed it and achieved it and got back its dignity. Okay, so this is something which we have to learn from the dog. Okay, so how do we just perceive our life? How do we just go about in our life? Are we just keeping ourselves fit like this particular dog? How is it possible for this dog to keep itself fit? Because it is just getting involved in all the activities, and it is just keeping itself fit. And the second thing is, whether it is an extravagant task or whether it is your own task, you must be ready to complete it, accomplish it on particular time, and you have to do it as and when it comes, and you have to keep up your dignity. Okay, your dignity should be the greatest gift that you should think about, and always you should just keep your dignity there. So this is something which we learn from the dog here, and this is what was was just impressive for these brothers. Okay, so this is how they were just seeing their dog. Okay, we'll read the next paragraph. Someone who has not read so far?
Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am, please. Who's that? You just tell your name. Okay, who's that?
Rajkumar, ma'am.
Rajkumar. Yes, Rajkumar. Please read, ma'am.
Ma'am, from one of these, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
One of these was bringing in a 10-foot wooden rail into the yard through the back gate. We would throw it out into the alley and tell him to get it. Rex was as powerful as a wrestler, and he would catch the rail at the balance, lift it clear of the ground, and trot with great confidence towards the gate. Of course, the gate being now 4 feet wide, he could bring the rail in broadside. He found that out when he got a few terrific jolts, but he wouldn't give up. He finally figured out how to do it by dragging the rail, holding onto one end, growing, and he got a great wagging satisfaction out of his work.
Okay. Hope you understand the situation, and this is more of we can just call it as an imagery. Okay, here you can just see when he's speaking about the extravagant tasks, he's saying what type of extravagant task were they giving to this particular dog. Okay, so once what they did was they just asked a 10-foot wooden rail, they just threw that in the backyard, and they were just asking the dog to just pick it up and come. Okay, if you just say it as a wooden rail, but it will be very heavy, isn't it? So it's not that easy for a dog to just carry, because it is not just going to carry like us with its hands. Okay, it has to just hold it with its paw, and it has to take it in its mouth, and it has to carry through its mouth. So no, they just gave that task. But you know what this dog did? And here they are just you shouldn't forget the name of the dog. Okay, dog is just named as Rex, R-E-X. Okay, so Rex, what did the dog do? No, it was a powerful wrestler, he says. Why is he calling it a wrestler? Who is a wrestler? Of course, they are strong. He has already said that the dog is big and muscular and strong and beautifully made. It's all there. But who is a wrestler? Can you just say who a wrestler is? Have you seen WWF?
Yes, ma'am.
Who is a wrestler? You do it with your brothers, at home. Even with sisters, you do that. Who is a wrestler? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
What is? What do? You fight till the end, till you just win. You just fight. You fight till the end. So that is why whenever we speak about wrestlers, we just speak about the confidence that they have, the faith that they have in their own strength, and they don't give up easily. So that is why all cancer patients are always called as wrestlers. Okay, so they just fight till the end. Okay, till the end, and most of them they win. Okay, so this is how Rex is also. He just fights till the end, and we can see that in the whole essay. He is fighting till the end. Okay, so what he is doing is he's just holding it, and he's just balancing it. He knows how to balance the rod. Okay, so he's not leaving too much this side so that it just comes down or it just comes there. Okay, he's just balancing it and he's just holding it and he's just coming inside. When he just goes through the gate, he's not able to get inside. He's trying again and again and again. He's not going to leave it at all. He's just trying again and again. You know what he did? He found out a way how he has to carry it. So what he is doing it is he's not just balancing it now. He's just putting it and then he's just carrying it to one end. So now it is easy for him to just take it inside. So again, the author is just teaching a lesson to us here. Many times what we do is we are also just trying to bring a big thing in our life and we do not know how we have to bring it inside. See, too many jolts were there for him. Terrific jolts. Here, he would have just got a strike in his right shoulder. Here in left shoulder. Okay, he would have just got it in his nose. Okay, he would have got hurt everywhere. And it is there in the mouth, and it would have hurt his mouth also. He was just getting it again and again and again, and he didn't stand there as such. And he was not going to get the same forever. What he did, he was just thinking about a way out, and he's just finding a way out, and he's just taking it in. So this is something very special about Rex. This is something very special about this bull terrier. Okay, so this is what the author is just asking us to do. So when you have a problem in your life, when you have something that is disturbing you, that is painful, you just find that everywhere you are just hurt. You'll not know the way out. You have to sit and find the way out, and you can, of course, find a way, and you can just come out effectively, successfully. And what is the reward that it thinks that when he achieves this? Now it is just wagging its tail. It is just wagging its tail, and that is the satisfaction that this Rex has got finally. Oh, he has just achieved it. He has got it. Because finally he has just achieved it. Okay, so this is the happiness that Rex always has. So whatever task is just given to him, he's not just sitting there and thinking about what to do, or he's not just dropping and running away. Or you can also see some of the dogs, it'll just leave and it'll just sit beside the rod, and it'll be just simply sitting. Okay, so this also happens in some of the dogs, but Rex is very different. So that is why he's just speaking about this particular dog in this approach piece. Okay, yes, the next person. Thank you for that reading, Rajkumar. Thank you so much. Yeah, the next person.
Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am, please.
he was a tremendous fighter, but he never started fights. He never went for a dog's throat, but for one of its tears. That teaches a dog a lesson, and he would get his grip, close his eyes, and hold on. He would hold on for hours. His longest fight lasted from dusk to almost pitch dark. One Sunday, it was out with a large, snarly nondescript mutt belonging to a neighbor. When Rex finally got his ear grip, the brief whirlwind of snarling turned to the screeching. It was frightening to listen to and to watch. The neighbor bodily picked the dogs up. swung them
Boom.
around his head, and finally let them fly like a hammer in a hammer throw. But although they landed 10 feet away with a great plump, Rex still held on, working their way to the middle of the car tracks. Two or three streetcars were held up by the fight. A motorman tried to pry Rex's jaws open with a switch rod. Somebody lighted a stick and held it to Rex's tail, but he paid it on attention. Rex's joy of battle, when battle was joined, was almost tranquil. He had
Tranquil.
a kind of pleasant expressions during fights. His eyes closed in what would have seemed to be sleep had it not been for turmoil of the struggle. The fire department finally had to be sent for and a powerful stream of water turned on the dogs for several moments before Rex finally let go.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. So this is again something more about Rex. Okay, he is just called as a tremendous fighter too. Okay, so usually dogs fight. We see none of the dogs or just no, they often they bark at people if they are just going to trespass. Okay, unnecessarily if someone is just getting into a house, they are not going to leave those people inside, isn't it? So they used to bark, and they used to just sometimes they even used to groan. Okay, people are afraid of dogs. When they have a pet dog at home, they are really afraid to get closer to their house. It always happens, but it's very rare for these dogs to get into fight. But Rex, he is of course he doesn't like to get into fight always, but when it comes to him, just like as your superstar says, if it comes, he will not leave it. Okay, so like the same way, he is just if he is just having a fight with somebody, he is not just going to leave it as such. Okay, so he is a tremendous fighter. Now here an incident is just spoken about. It is about a snarly nondescript mutt. Nondescript means an ordinary dog. Okay, so it was just very furious about Rex, and is just trying to develop a fight. Okay, mutt is again a dog. It's just an ordinary dog, but it is the dog of the neighbor. So what it does is it just starts the fight. So this was the longest fight he had, and we can see that it started from the dusk and it just all went till the evening. When it became pitch dark. So it was a very lengthy fight, and they were not able to stop at all. So what was the mannerism that this dog had? So usually when dogs fight, they just go and just catch the throat. Okay, first they pull their mouth, and then slowly they just catch their throat so that they don't get into fight further. But Rex is very different. He is not getting into the throat, but it just catches the ear. So what type of feeling the author has is maybe when you hold someone's ear, why do you hold? Teachers sometimes they just hold the ear of the student, isn't it? Why do they do that?
To teach a lesson.
Okay, so that is what is said here. But do you know the scientific reason of holding the ear? Sometimes they ask you to hold your ear and then do ups and downs, like what do you call that? Yeah, sit-ups. Very good, very good. Thank you for that. Okay, so they ask you to do that. Is there any reason behind it? Do you think that is a punishment? You have not thought about it? No, actually, it's not a punishment. You have a main nerve that is just running around your ears, and that whenever you touch your ear or when you just pull your ear, what happens is your knowledge expands. Okay, your knowledge is brightened. You just get more. Your knowledge nerve is just getting activated. So that is why we just ask people to just pull their ears when you just pull. So when you do that sit up, it is not about the sit up. Maybe sit up you can just consider as an exercise, but it is not about that sit up. It is about pulling your ear. So whenever you pull your ear, you are just giving yourself a reminder that this is wrong, this should not be repeated, and this is how it has to be done, and you have to you also get some lesson out of it. Okay, so that is why always Rex, what he does, this is just an imagination of the author, but he does that, but this is just an explanation that this author is just giving us. Okay, so he just holds only the ear of the person. Maybe because Rex feels comfortable to just hold the ear of the person, and he will just have a very hard grip. He just has a grip over the ear, and what he does, he just closes his eyes also. Okay, he just closes his eyes and just gets that grip. So that shows that he is a fighter who just gives his whole force to just get hold of his enemy. Okay, it's time. Okay, so this is just starting as a snarling, and then slowly it just turned out to be screeching. Okay, both the dogs were just screeching, and it was very frightening to just look at what was happening. Okay, this neighbor was, even the neighbor just took the dog, and he was just throwing both the dogs on both the sides, but still this Rex was not ready to leave it. Okay, even they had a great plump, but no, they were not ready to leave it. Okay, it was just going on happening, and another man, what he's doing is he's just trying to keep a rod in between Rex's jaws so that he just leave the grip. No, they were not able to do it, and another person is just trying to lit a stick and then keep it very close to the tail of Rex. Even that did not work. Okay, finally what they did is they just called for the fire department. So what they did, they just they were just setting some of the streams of water were just poured over these two dogs, and finally they were just separated. Okay, finally this dog the fight came to an end. So that is how it is just coming to an end. So he was a tremendous fighter. He doesn't want to leave when it comes to his part to fight against his enemy. Okay, so he is very strong and he's just keeping it up. Okay, so we'll just see what is the consequence of just fighting with such a dog, a neighbor's dog. Okay, so we'll see what is happening in the next class. Okay, so we'll just stop here.